Hey, Clear Lake lovers, Ross England with Clear Lake Guide Service. Sorry about that, got a little bit crooked. We'll try that again. With your fishing report for, what is today? January 9th, 2020. Well, we've had some really weird weather, and that's kind of changed things a little bit. We had, actually it was a pretty nice morning. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was cold this morning, a little rain, and then by about 10 o'clock it backed off and turned into this. So it's been a nice day today. Water temperature has been hanging around the 49 degree range, high 48, like 48.9 to 49.5, 49.6, 49.7, somewhere in that range. I've had some pretty cold mornings, and I'm actually kind of surprised it hasn't dipped any more than it has. The water clarity, looking around, and I got through most of both of the deeper arms today, the redbud, and I'm drifting around down here in the rattlesnake arm right now. It's not bad, but it's not what it was. The best I saw was about 4.5 feet, and the majority of it was about 3. And I think that's coming from some of the wind events that we've had, a couple of the storms that rolled through, kind of messed things up a little bit, but it's not muddy, so it is clear. It's not what it was a week ago. Shouldn't make that much of a difference, and I don't think it did. Looking at lake level, no significant change. We're still hanging in there, still a couple feet higher than normal for this time of year. Activities for this coming weekend, none unless you're here doing it. There's going to be some weather come through, so it's not going to be a real pretty weekend. And then if you look at the weather report for next week, it's not looking very good at all either. A lot of rain. I mean, not that we don't need it. We're going to get it. It's coming. But the rain's not nearly as bad as just afternoon highs that are only going to be in the high 40s. Low 30s for the mornings, probably dip down into some high 20s somewhere along the line. That'll cool off this water temperature again, especially with afternoon highs only getting to 40, 47, 48 degrees, something like that. The report activities for this coming weekend, I may have already skipped over that, but there aren't any. I think I reported in a previous video that there was going to be a Clear Lake Crappie Association tournament on the 25th of this month, and I'm hearing yesterday that that's been backed off into February. So again, if you're somebody who's interested in fishing a crappie tournament, check out the website or on Facebook, Clear Lake Crappie Association. Or the tackle shops up here around the lake should have all the information, keep you up to speed, up to date. It's not going to happen this month, which means the only thing we've got going on is January 25th. We have an ABA tournament. Fishing, depends on who you talk to. It's either pretty good, or a little bit slow. So take that for what it's worth. I can tell you that today, looking for some new spots to fish, just checking on places that fish should be that I haven't fished. I went 0 for, well, I shouldn't say 0 for, I went 1 for about 6 spots. I did catch a nice limit of fish off of one spot. There was nobody around, so I was actually able to sit there long enough to where I got 5 bites. The biggest one was 5 pounds. Just I mean, it was just a basic, solid 19 and a half pound limit of fish. I caught a couple other bass. That was on small swim bait. Caught a couple other bass on small swim bait. And then I switched gears, started throwing a rip bait around, and I added another 16 fish with a rip bait. So, I didn't have a bad day considering I started at 11 o'clock when I actually started fishing, and fished until now, which is 4 o'clock. So the only thing I'll tell you is the swim bait fish I caught were much better quality than the rip bait fish I caught. The numbers were much better on the rip bait. The other thing that's real clear is, I covered a lot of water, and where I caught one fish, I caught more. So there you go. I know that there's an LV bite going on, because there always is. There's a bite on A-rigs in deeper water. I have not fished up in the upper end at all, so I can't help you there at all. So there's your fishing report. I think the weather's going to make it a little bit nasty here for the next week. So if you see a clear day, you might want to get out and enjoy it. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous today if you look around. I'm just floating around out here, and there's just enough of a breeze to keep the boat pointed in one direction. It's been nice. So I think we're going to turn a corner here pretty soon. Always remember, usually around the first week of February, we get a change in weather that rolls through here that will bring some extremely cold morning lows. So that's still ahead of us, probably, even though the long-term weather forecast is we're supposed to have a mild winter. So keep that in mind. Ran into a couple people today on the water. Took the time to say hi. That was nice. Talked to them. Watched one of them catch a couple fish. So things are going pretty much consistent. It's winter fishing. I know there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people going to start bombing up to Shasta here in the next couple weeks, and that'll be nice because there'll be less people here. So get out, fish. If you need some help, you're looking for a guide, that's what we do. It's Ross England Clear Lake Guide Service. You can find us on Facebook or on the web. So everybody have a good time. Be safe. Try to stay dry. Try to stay warm. Catch some fish. And Caleb, that was an ultra cool little Christmas present you got, buddy. We'll be fishing here one of these days pretty quick. See y'all.